So it seems like we have a little bit of an update on Zentreya. Now, if you don't know, obviously we've been covering Zentreya over the past couple of weeks due to a lot of things that have been going on. Obviously, she's been struggling with a lot of the stuff that's been going on over at vshojo and just kind of dealing with all of that. But also at the same time, we had a whole situation with the VTuber Ariel as well, which was very interesting. And, you know, I think they've sorted things out, at least. I don't know. But again, obviously that has kind of laid to rest now. But it was pretty scary whenever seeing this post the other day. Essentially, a big kind of, wall of text. And she even had to kind of clarify here saying, update, it's good news. So thank God they put it's good news because, again, I think it's crazy. You get a ton of these walls of text. It's like, oh God, what's happening? Are they going on, are they going to go and, on graduation or whatever? I don't know. But anyways, they say, hello, it's me, Zentreya. Don't worry, no bad news. I mean, sort of. Well, it's fine either way, so don't worry. As I promised, I will be taking a small vacation or break from September 13th, which is today, and to September 19th. So obviously, yeah, she's going to be away for what, 6 days? So again, obviously a little bit less than a week. I said, so no streams for a couple of days. It's sort of big news to me, I guess, as I don't take breaks, which, yeah, it's pretty crazy. They say the most I do is like 3 days. So it's kind of crazy, to be honest. I'm a workaholic due to circumstances in life that made me really paranoid of just being thrown out on the streets due to bills and rent. So I never really step away. But I told myself that it's going to be okay this time. And now tomorrow, Friday, 10 a.m. CT, I'll be doing a 4-hour stream before I head out. God knows I'm going to be bouncing all over to get back to work, but I have plans. I can do so. It won't be so bad. I'm going to miss you all, so try to stay safe. It will only be for a few days. Hang in there. Much love, always and forever, Zen. So yeah, it seems like Zen is going to be on her break for a very short time. And obviously, I think after everything that's happened, she definitely deserves the break. I think they have been, very, very kind of, a lot of that's kind of been piled onto them with all of the vshojo stuff, with the Ariel stuff and everything like that. I think it is a good idea to take a break, especially considering they said that, they have never even, taken a break longer than like 3 days, which is pretty insane. But after thinking about it, I don't think I have either. But hey, they're saying I got scared for a second. This year's been awful enough. I don't think I could take another graduation. Please don't format it like this again, Zen. Anyways, enjoy your time off. It's long overdue. Said at least it wasn't on a white background. I tried, okay, which is kind of funny. Said enjoy your break. So deserved. Said I wish you a very nice, well-deserved break, Zen. So obviously a lot of people have been supporting them. A lot of VTubers. Again, Matara saying enjoy your break. I'm so happy you're letting me live inside your walls like a cockroach and live out my best life. All jokes aside, enjoy your break. You deserve it, my angel. Can't wait to have you back for ODST though, which, yeah, obviously it's finally happening. We won. I hope you can take tons of time off this upcoming week to rest and relax, which, yeah, a lot of people have been supporting her. And I think, it is great to see. Obviously, as well, people have been talking about it over on the vshojo subreddit too. And they said, honestly, Zen earned it. She's done so much for us already. That, yeah, I hope she's had a wonderful time. She said, with how much she's a workaholic, she is, I suspect, that she'll spend at least party of the vacation doing behind the scenes work, which, yeah, I definitely do think that even though she is taking a break, I reckon there is going to be some behind the scenes work, some kind of project or something that's going to be working on in the background, because I do get the kind of like need to work constantly. So kind of sad it's only short, but wish it was easier to take a normal amount of time off regularly. But again, I still think, obviously they have decided that is long enough for them. So that is great to see. And obviously that isn't the only thing, because they've been working on some great things too, including a new merch partner. Well, a kind of merch partner. It's not exactly, they're not specifically merch, but they did she did team up with Senpai Squad, who, if you don't know, very, very present at conventions and things. They essentially make like car wraps, and you often see a lot of different cars. You can see a Itasha car, merch, meet and greet coming soon. So yeah, it seems like they're going to be working with them to make some more merch and to make a car wrap, which I think is great. And obviously I'm very excited to see that, and it kind of shows you how much work Zen really does put in behind the scenes, even whenever she's going on break and things, and I think that is great. A lot of people have been very, very hyped for this, and obviously it is a great thing to see, especially with a lot of the vshojo merch currently being blocked. As we talked about in the last video, vshojo have been in quotation marks, blocking. Now, many people have different opinions on this. Again, we don't really know what is going on. Some people are saying that they have kind of blocked it due to the fact that they are bankrupt and so they're unable to buy and sell, right? But also some people are saying that, you know, they're not even bankrupt yet, they haven't filed. And then also some people are also saying stuff like, oh, well, you can also kind of run it like you're bankrupt before you actually file for it officially, which is very, very interesting. But at the end of the day, a lot of people have not got their merch right, and I think it is great that Zentreya is actually partnering up with these different companies because obviously they will fulfill the merch. You know, it seems like they will fulfill the merch, and they've been a trusted kind of brand over the past couple of years. And there's also been other people like ironmouse who've been teaming up with other merch companies, and I think this is something that a lot of the vshojo members should do to kind of get things back on track. But obviously they're still just trying to deal, I think, with their old merch before they even start thinking about new merch, which I think, yeah, is interesting. And also obviously ironmouse worked with Apari recently to make a new set. I actually got a couple things from there, so hopefully that will come soon. But again, obviously that just kind of proves as well, you know, there's a lot of companies willing to work with a lot of VTubers and a lot of people just in general on kind of merch like this that can actually be shipped out, that won't have any problems like they had with vshojo. And yeah, hopefully you know, they do find some kind of new way to release merch for themselves. But again, I don't think it will be one collective kind of, you know, decision. I don't think they're all going to pick one company, right, and then release all their merch to that company. I think it's going to be a bit like this, as we've seen with Zentreya, with Senpai Squad, and then, you know, ironmouse with Apari, right? They're going to go to different kind of companies, and maybe sure there's be crossover, you know, maybe we're going to get another person go to Apari or something like that. Again, it could be, you know, a couple of people going to each one, but I don't think it is going to be one unanimous company that is going to be doing all of the merch. I think it is going to be kind of separate ones, considering that they are, you know, all indie now. It is weird to say that now, that, you know, they are all indie, they are all their own brand, their own person, everything like that. So again, they get to choose who they work with, and, you know, some people, you know, might want to work with a different company because they like the aesthetic more or something, because again, Apari is a little bit more softer, whereas I think Senpai Squad's a little bit more you know, about like racing and stuff like that. So again, I think it depends on what kind of vibe you're going for too. So again, I definitely think it's a good idea that they've been kind of, I guess, broadening the amount of merch that they've been kind of, you know, producing recently. But yeah, as I said, that is a whole kind of update to Zentreya. Obviously, she definitely deserves that break after everything that she's gone through with all of the stuff. Obviously, we could tell that she was struggling quite a bit. If you guys saw the previous videos I made on that, yeah, she was spiraling pretty hard over on Twitter. But it seems like in the past couple of weeks, she's actually been fine. You know, there hasn't been anything like that. And obviously, yeah, now they're taking a break. And hopefully we'll see them back on September 19th for a stream. Or not, maybe September 20th. I don't know if it's September 19th and then they're back on September 19th, or if they're leaving on September... Well, I don't know. Again, we'll see. Either September 19th or September 20th. I don't know. But again, we will see. And yeah, it would be very great to have her back whenever she does come back. But also, you know, it's also great to see that she's taken a good, well-deserved break. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kaz to get 10% off again. They got a ton of really cool stuff over there. I definitely recommend checking it out. Again, they got a ton of cups. And also, Gamer Subs, hey, you know, there could be some VTuber merch collaborations coming out there soon, because again, they are known to do that with many of, you know, popular kind of indie VTubers. So hey, maybe we'll get some of the vshojo girls going over there too to make some stuff. So definitely keep an eye on that. And whenever it does come out, if it does come out, again, I don't know if there is anything in the works, but you know, if it does come out, you know, use code Kaz, get 10% off. Again, easy. But hey, you know, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.